Cause I think right now we in a time where it's like, look at me. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, instead of just doing it and letting your work speak for itself.
Pursuit of Greatness, man, another episode. I am here with the one and only musical artist, the GOAT, Khari Burton.
My brother, what's going on, man?
Man, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
It's been a long time coming.
Right.
I've been wanting to do this for a while, man.
Me too, man. You know how it is. You know.
Yeah,
for real,
you know, and it's finally happening. I feel like it's happening at the perfect time. With all that you're doing, man, you're doing amazing things.
Appreciate
your music, man. You're a great storyteller. You're a great storyteller,
Thank you, bro.
and you know, I remember the first song of yours that I listened to. Well, not the first song because you were making, but the one that's like, I remember the one that's like, I'm like, oh my goodness, he's about to do it. Like he's about to do it. Was Rich Man Poor Man. Bro, that song is amazing. I think I texted you.
Yeah,
like,
did,
bro, you it, bro.
That's one of my babies too.
Oh my
man.
goodness, bro. I called JB. I was like, JB, did you know Khari was like this? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, you gotta listen to that song, Rich Man Poor Man. I was like, that's exactly the song I'm talking about. And then I found myself listening to the whole album, man. I was just impressed, bro. I really was.
Thank you,
bro. You're talking about something. You know what I mean? And there's just so much out there. And when there's a lot out there, it's a lot of noise, a lot of just
exactly, bro. Yeah, for sure.
You know, but let's go back. Let's start at the beginning of how you even started going into music, right?
Ooh,
because look, you're my teammate,
right.
So shout out to the Cincinnati Tigers, AAU.
Man, for real.
You know what I mean? Ever since what, fourth grade?
Fourth grade. Go back to fourth grade.
Shout out to Walnut Hills High School.
Walnut Hills.
Teammate there, and so where did the music come from, man?
Man, bro, that's okay. Like, I've been writing stories, writing rap since I was about 6 years old, man. I remember the first time I wrote one, I was 6. I used to listen to Bow Wow, Romeo. Those were my favorite rappers, bro. Like Bow Wow, Romeo.
I was about to say, cause you had the Bow Wow going.
Yeah, bro. Bow Wow was my guy, bro. Like, so I wanted to be just like Bow Wow, bro. And I used to write out track lists of my songs, like that I'm gonna write. Like, okay, I'm gonna write this song. And one day I showed my pops, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to write these songs. He's like, don't write them out. He said, actually write something. He's like, write a song. And that was the first time I ever wrote a song. I was 6. It was, I don't even know. It was like some My Baby, some Bow Wow like stuff, bro. Yeah, man. I was trying to be like Bow Wow. I had the braids and everything.
You had the whole thing, bro.
I was trying to be just like Bow Wow. But that's where it started, man. I was like, I just fell in love with it, bro. Then first time in the studio, I was 9 years old in the studio. I made a song, and then ever since then, I just been recording. But it's been like, you know, I recorded some things here and there, but it was mainly basketball for my whole life. But you know, but music was always there. I was always doing it. I never stopped recording, never stopped writing raps. It's just the world didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, so now I'm at a point where it's like, let's get it. Let's push it, man. Let's really.
Let's really go after
get it out there, cause it's been, man. People think like I just started. Nah.
I know that's not the case.
Nah, this been something I've been doing. So yeah, now it's just time to push it to the world, man.
Cause I remember one of your greatest performances. I don't know if you know what I'm about to say.
Oh man, I think I got an idea, bro.
Mr. McCormick's class. I think this was what, 7th grade.
Man.
I think it was 7th grade, man. Shout out to Mr. McCormick, bro.
Shout out to the
for allowing his class, allowing his students to showcase their skills,
yes,
bro. Because you came out, you had a speaker,
man,
a mic,
I had it all,
and
bro.
one of the greatest songs the world needs to hear. Stop, dropping, roll. I'm on fire. Stop, dropping, roll. I'm on fire.
Sir.
Stop, dropping, roll, cause I'm on fire.
I'm so hot.
Make the sun conspire.
Damn, how you make the sun perspire?
How you do that? That's what I was thinking. When you said that, I was in the class like, man, how you gonna do that?
Like, hey, look, hey, That's hot, bro.
Bro, that's hot, bro.
Nah, man.
That's hot, but that's how far back it goes,
yeah,
though.
that's wild. That's wild. I
You
had
know
it
what
on
I mean?
MySpace, bro.
Bruh.
I had it on MySpace. That tell you that.
MySpace.
So that
That's
tell
a
you right
long
there.
time ago.
That tell you how long right there. It was on MySpace.
MySpace, bro. And see, that's the thing, man. It's like, first of all, as a kid, that takes a lot of courage to go in front of your classmates to do something like that. Because once again, we was just talking about off camera, right? Like how people clown you.
Right,
you know what I mean? So, you know, that was whack. You know what I mean? You don't want to hear that. You know, that's discouraging. And so, you know, for people, because it takes a lot of courage to do something like that, man. So a lot of people, man, they don't release what they have to the world, whether it's a song, whether it's a film idea, whether it's whatever, a business idea. They keep it to themselves because they don't want to get laughed at. They don't want to be rejected. So how would somebody get over something like that, get over that fear?
Man, bro, I think it's extreme confidence, bro. Like confidence is key, and that's, I think that's simple to say, but really, like if you confident enough to where like you don't even care about the outcome, like you might know some people gonna be like, oh, this suck or this good, but you don't even care what people say either way. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, so I think for me, especially like younger as a kid, bro, like I didn't care about what people thought. Right. I think as I got older though, you kind of become more of the world and stuff. You got to check yourself. So that's what I had to bring myself back. Like, yo, why I'm not doing this? Like, why I'm not showing this gift, like showing this to the world? Like, so I think so. It comes from that confidence, but it's all confidence.
Wow. And see, that's the thing, because I remember, and it's different for everybody, man, because I remember a few years ago we wanted to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Right. And it was actually me and my boy Steven, right? And we had the idea, we were planning everything, and then it gets to the point where planning is really stalling, right? Like, no, we're not ready yet, we strategizing. Are you strategizing or are you really just stalling?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because at some point, you're gonna have to release what you have to the world, and it's not gonna be perfect.
And it's funny you said that, Stu, because it's like, bruh, I spent so much time planning that album, The Penny for My Thoughts. I had those songs for 3 years, bro.
Wow.
It came out, I released it in March 2018. I recorded those when I was like 19, 20 years old, bro. And I'm 23 now, so it's like, bro, those songs is like I've been holding on to those for so long. Like, nah, I gotta do it like this. I gotta wait and release it for this reason. Nah, I was like, I came to a point like, I'm done. I moved on from this kind of space I was in, but I still want to give people a glimpse of to like, oh, this what I was going through at this time. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right, bro. Like planning can be like stalling, bro. Like,
like get to
real.
a point. Cause I remember we were saying that, and it was my boy Jay. Shout out to Jay Thomas. He went up. He came up to. He was with us, and he was like, "What are y'all waiting for?" We was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, we not ready yet." Da, da, da. And I don't remember if it was like a small clip of a video we did or something like that, but he put it out. I was like, bro, what are you doing? You know how you get mad? Like, bro, you don't got no right doing that, bro.
Right.
And he was like, bruh, like, you got to put it out there. And it was at that point that we actually started putting our stuff out there, man. And that led to another thing. I mean, there would be no this if we had not done that. And so, I mean, just shout out to him, man, because you need people that be like, all right, bro, you stalling.
Exactly.
You being whack.
You need to push sometimes. Like,
Exactly.
Look, let's go, man.
Exactly.
Stop playing around.
You know, because fear, bro, it kills.
It build walls, bro. I always say fear builds walls, bro. Like, man, you gotta build bridges. You know what I mean? Like, and fear don't build bridges at all.
It don't. Like, think about how many businesses that didn't start. How many, even like relationships didn't start. How many, a bunch of things, books never written, all because somebody was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do it because I don't want to be rejected. You know what I mean? And that's just a powerful thing. But okay, I want to get into some lyrical breakdowns, kind of. All right. And so the first one was on the song, of course, Rich Man Poor. Right. And the whole song, bruh, because in my mind, I came down with one word that really summed up the whole thing for me. But I want to hear from you. Basically that just the last. Is it better to be poor or is it better to be rich?
Yeah.
Right. And so I just want to get your whole thing on that.
Yeah, man. It was something I just wanted to like present to people. Like, I mean, it's pros to being rich. Of course, we know that what money can bring. But on the other side of the spectrum, who's to say that that homeless man is not happy? Right. We automatically associate homelessness with being sad, you know what I mean? Or being like, sometimes they want to be in that position. That's what I, like, so give you a more backstory, like, the song was inspired by a conversation I actually had with a homeless man.
Oh.
So, like, I was just talking to him, bro. Basically, like, we talked about life, bro. We talked about God. We talked about everything, like, bro. We talked about everything. It was dope. And it just, like, inspired me to write this song and, like, tell this story. And, like, by me having that conversation with him was like, this dude's not, he's cool. Like, he's good. He's content. He's happy. You know what I mean? Like, so I wanted to get that perspective, like, because as a wealthy man has his problems. And sometimes I think his problems may be more than a homeless man's problems, you know what I mean? Because a homeless man's not putting so much weight on the struggles of life, you know what I mean? Like, a rich man got, I got this meeting, I gotta book this, I gotta do, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it's like, that last line was just like left for interpretation to the audience, like, you know what I mean? So.
And see, for me, my personal thing, my personal like revelation of the whole thing was, like I said, one word was perspective.
Yeah, for
perspective. Sure. You know, because I'm like, we've all heard people say, I know rich people who are unhappy and poor people who are happy.
Exactly.
We've all heard that, but rarely do we hear people say the flip side. But I also know rich people who are happy, and I know poor people who are not happy.
Exactly, yeah.
So it really comes down, because you hear people say, like, bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen to bad people.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, bad things happen. And so it really comes down to perspective. Like, you know, it's about wealth of riches that you can't buy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's, yeah, bro, and that's what me and Martell wanted to convey with the video, you know what I mean? Perspective. That's why you see me as these. At first we was thinking like, man, should we have characters in this, like different characters and stuff? And I was like, you know what? Nah, I want it to be me, because it's like different perspectives. I'm the same. So giving the audience that visual of this the same person, but I'm shifting into this person's shoes now. Right. I'm in this person's shoes now. I'm in this person's shoes. So, you know, it's that perspective. Like, I'm coming from here. Nah, you think you good? What about your wife and kids at home that they can't see?
Exactly.
What are you doing? Get up off your butt. Like, go get to rehab. You know what I mean? Do something with your life. Like, it's that perspective. So.
And then you got the person watching the conversation.
You got like, I'm in the middle of this.
In the middle.
So like, I wanted that person to be like the audience, represent the audience. Like, okay, I see this happening. Like. So how do I judge this? How do I judge these two people in this situation? So, yeah.
That's amazing. Like, that song blew my mind. It really did blow my mind, man. And then you got the song Believers, right? And you said, I don't believe in God. I know God.
Yeah.
I was like, Just elaborate on that, you know, believing versus knowing.
Yeah. Okay, so I relate it to like this, man. You can believe, I think I said it too, like, you can believe in something, but that don't make it true. You know what I mean? Like, so take for instance, like, a kid believe that's their parent growing up their whole life. They believe that. They really believe that until the news is broken. Yo, I'm not your parent, really. You were adopted. Like, you know what I mean? Something like that. So it's like, a belief in something doesn't make something totally true. Like, we can believe that everything is gonna be okay. We can believe that, but that's not truly knowing. So for me, and this is, I mean, it's preference to, like, it's me, it's something personal, but I would rather know that there's a God. I'd rather know that God is watching over me. You know what I mean? Like, and then, like, I just looked at the word believe, like, I see lie in it. It was just something like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's lies in the word, in belief. And your beliefs, it can be lies. You know what I mean? You can believe, but what does that actually mean until you know? Like, I know I'm gonna make it. Right. I know, I don't believe it, I know. Like, you know what I mean? So that's where that came from, man. just knowing.
So how do you go from believing to knowing?
Confidence and faith, and I think it's a battle for real. I think it's an everyday thing for real, honestly, bro. I catch myself like thinking or having a feeling of belief, like I believe I can do this, like, you know what I mean? Nah, like know you can do it. I think it's an everyday thing. Like it don't just happen. Like you might slip back, like, you know what I mean? Right. Like it don't just happen overnight, and then you automatically start knowing stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's something I try to just train my mind on, bro. I'm still working on it myself, bro. I'm still, you know what I mean? I want to train my mind to know things, to know in things, and really just trust that inner self that I can picture something and know that it's there, you know what I mean? And know it will be there.
And see, that kind of reminds me of something I said a while back on another podcast was, for example, like believing in something. Like you said, I believe I can do this. Mm-hmm. But if you say to yourself, I know I can do it.
I know it.
it's a small shift in the brain, and you actually start doing the things that that it takes to actually do it. If you know that you can end up achieving it. I gave an example of like, okay, say somebody wants to make it to the NBA, right? And they believe they can do it, right? I believe I can do it. It's kind of like, if it happens, it happens. I believe it's a possibility. But when you say, I know I could do it, I said, look, if I was able to show you on my phone right now of you in the NBA, achieving your dream, and this was a guarantee, and all you had to do was work out an hour every day, every single day. But you can't miss a day. You can't miss one day.
Right.
And this is a guarantee.
Right.
Everybody would do it.
Exactly.
Because you know. Exactly.
You know.
Because you know. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. That's where a lot of people quit, in my opinion, because they unsure.
Exactly.
They like, what if I do all this hard work and it don't pay off?
Right.
But when you have that mentality, like, you know what, I'm going to know that I can do it. Then you'll put in the
like
work.
You saying, I believe I can do it. I mean,
exactly.
I possibly, that's what when I hear the word believe now, it's just like, I hear possible. I don't hear like for certain, you know what I mean? Now training my mind to say no. Yeah, I know I got this. I know I'm gonna do this. I know I'm gonna get that. It's like, it's just like you said, it's a switch in the brain that just makes you move different. It makes you like, all right, what I gotta do to make sure that I don't let myself down. Make sure that prove myself right. You know what I mean? So I think, I just think that's.
And it just makes it make more. It makes way more sense when you realize that if, how you said, I don't believe in God, I know in God. Because when you believe in God, like it's like,
it's like I believe in, I can move how I want to move.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Exactly. But
if you know,
it changes everything.
you move
way different. Exactly.
Move with a purpose.
Exactly.
Move with a purpose.
Move with a purpose. That's the difference, I think. You're able to move with a purpose when you know. Just like, I know I'm going to die. I don't believe I'm going to die.
We know that's for certain.
Right,
though, right?
That's for certain. And so there's no believe in that. You know that.
That makes it even, I never really thought of it like that either. Like, people don't say, I believe I'm going to die.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We know it's going to happen. We don't believe, we know.
Exactly.
So
that's deep. Okay, so the next one, man, is the song Grinding in Silence. And just, social media today and all of that stuff, man. If you claim you're winning, then you probably not. When I heard that, I was like, oh, man. Because you see so much on social media, people. So just elaborate on that.
Yeah, bro. Like, I really wanted to make a song that was a banger, like, that people could, like, really, like, vibe out to. But while they listen to the lyrics, they like, hold on, he actually, like, telling me, like, I ain't got to really talk about it, I ain't really, because I think right now we in a time where it's like, look at me, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, like, instead of just doing it and letting your work speak for itself. So that's where that just came from, bro. It was just like, I want to make something where, okay, I'm grinding, but I'm a grind in silence, you know what I mean? Like, and it's funny, bro, because I remember when I first released the song, bro, somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody trolling, you know how it go, but somebody trolling like, how you gonna make a song called Grind in Silence, but you saying grind in the silence, but you saying that you grinding in silence, like, bro, because I know that I want people to recite it, and I want people to take it in.
Exactly.
And, you know what I mean, this music not for me. It's,
Right.
You know what I mean? Once I do it, once I release it, it's not
Right.
it's not
It's
mine
no
no more.
Exactly.
It's whoever want to listen to it, you know what I mean? So that's what that was all about, man. Just really wanted to show people that you can put in the work and let it really show for itself. You know what I mean? So
let success be your noise.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's a lot of people, like, you know, we see it all the time. People working out, just got this workout in.
Yeah,
you know what I
sure.
mean? Like, but then you see him, you sure you been working out? Like,
yeah, right.
You should have kept that to yourself, brother, because
Exactly.
it ain't showing for real. Like, you know, but it's like, man, you just, like you said, grind in silence, man. You don't have to put everything out there on social media. You know, this whole social media thing, everybody's trying to compete.
Yeah,
and
for
show
sure.
that people are more interested in being seen instead of actually being something.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
and so
bro.
that's why.
Yeah, man.
You know, this is how the world we live in right now.
Sure.
Gary V. I don't know if you ever heard of Gary V.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
Oh, you know the GOAT?
Yeah, I know. I follow him on all that, bro.
The GOAT, bro.
Yeah, he's dope.
But he said, and you hear a lot of people say this. They say every athlete wants to be a rapper, and every rapper wants to be an athlete.
Exactly, yeah.
And so I was really thinking about that one day, and I'm like, man, you really do see a connection, though. Like, there's an intersection.
It is.
What do you think that is? Like, what between music and sports, or even just sports and hip hop, basketball, hip hop? Like, what is the connection there?
Man, first of all, I think like sports and hip hop is almost become synonymous, bro. It's like you can't have one without the other. Like, and as an athlete, so speaking from like when I was an athlete, from an athletics perspective, I remember like, yo, this song that I'm about to listen to, about to get me hyped for this game. I'm about to turn this on, put it in my headphones, and I'm about to be hyped. And you know what I mean? Like, and then now it's like, from a rapper perspective, it's like you see these guys like in the NBA or in college, whatever, these big time athletes, and you like, man, I want to ball like that. I want that. I want people to see me like that. I want to ball like that. You know what I mean? Right. So I think it's crazy because it's like it's been like that for a while, man. Shout out Allen Iverson because I think he bridged that gap for real. Shout out to the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like you just want. We both want that. We both want to grind, and we both want that recognition, and that, you know what I mean, that we want to prove people wrong, and it's like, and it's competitive. It's they both competitive, like, you know what I mean. So I think that's a big thing, that competitive nature.
Right. And music and sports, they really do go hand in hand, though.
They do, like.
Like, I mean, like, even if you like look at it, if you're an athlete, right? Music is playing during warm-ups. Yeah. Music is playing at halftime. Right. Music is playing. It's around. Like, it's rare that you go to a game. Like, you're not gonna go to no NBA game and no music's playing.
No.
Everybody like, this dead.
Exactly.
Like, this dead. Like, this, right? Like, even high school games now.
Exactly.
You know, and so it's like they really do go hand in hand. It's like there's an intersection there. Yeah, it's a link.
And you see like rappers, like we reference NBA, NFL, we reference that in our raps all the time. Like, you know what I mean? We want to be like Mike in our raps. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, it go hand in hand, bro. It really does. It's really crazy.
And see, and then Gary V, he actually took it a step further, because he actually said that it used to be where athletes wanted to be rappers wanted to be athletes. He said, but now everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. And I was like, like Gary V be hitting on that. And so, and that's what you also are. You're an entrepreneur with BTB. Sure. And so let's talk about what BTB is. How did it start and all of that stuff? Talk about that.
Man, it really started from like a place of like, I wouldn't say it was a place I wanted to honor my grandfather, man. My grandfather passed last year, and he used to always say, "Be the best." And you remember, you know, he was always at the games. He always talked to everybody on the team, like, you know what I mean. So like every time I would like leave him, or every time he'd leave, he'd be like, "Be the best, be the best, be the best." Like growing up since I was little, be the best. So it kind of like ingrained in my mind, and when he passed, it just felt right, bro. Like and it came from like an organic place too. It was just like, I wanna I want to honor my grandfather. But it wasn't like, I didn't even think I could make this into the brand that we doing now. It was just, I started out with those freestyles I was doing. Like, I want to honor my grandfather. Be the best freestyles. All right, that's what I'm gonna call it. BTB. It just, and it blossomed for that. Now it's just, now I wanna keep it going, man, and really make it something that means something, you know, for sure.
That's dope, man. That really is dope. I remember those freestyles too. Those was live. Those was live. I remember you put them on Twitter, bro. I was like, oh, he killing it. Because one of the lyrics came from that, right? And how I handle my that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought so because I remember that. I was like, that's from the freestyle. And so I seen the phrase, like the slogan almost is be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so how does somebody do that, man? Like what's something that you do daily, or like how does somebody be the best version of themselves?
Yeah, man. And just to like, I feel like I don't want people to get confused. Like when I say be the best, like, because I don't want you to be like, oh, I got to be better than this guy. No, it's an internal thing. You know?
A lot of people don't realize, man, the battle is within. That's the major battle with whatever you're doing, because a lot of times you try to defeat everybody else and then end up losing to yourself.
Right, and you get caught up in like, oh, I got to compete with this guy doing this guy doing that, and you not. That's mind-boggling to me that. And I've done it before. It's like I see somebody like, oh, I gotta one up on this guy. I gotta show him up. Nah, now you caught up in something external, something outside of your control that you can't. You know what I mean? Right. Instead of, I just think it's more logical to, all right, let me look within, and I'm gonna drive myself internally. Right. You know what I mean? And then whatever comes out of that, comes out of that. So it's like.
Absolutely, man. And that comes from. I think that a lot of times comes from the whole sports mentality too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're competing against other people and you're like, man, I got to be better than him. I got to be better than that person, which, okay, you got to compete, but you're only going to be better than them by being the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. You
Truly,
know,
that's how you're going to overcome it.
That's how you're going to overcome it. And so, you know, as a coach, right, I remember telling my team, right, we had a lot of talent on our 8th grade team this year. And I told them, like, we can end up winning it all and not being the best that we can be. What good is that?
Right.
But if we make sure we're the best version of ourselves, it's a guarantee we're gonna win. It's a guarantee. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of times, like you said, we just get caught up in trying to compete instead of dominating. Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker, he said, "Don't compete, dominate."
Dope.
Because when you compete and when you dominate, you focus on yourself, man. And so, and that's huge. That's a crucial thing.
Exactly, man.
And so what's next for BTB, man?
Man, we got a lot of stuff coming, bro. You know, we getting some merch out, but right now we just planning the next project. So planning my next big project, and we bringing on more artists. So we got 2 new artists. Shout out Brian Robb, man. Shout out Dom. Shout out my man JB, because we really trying to build something big here. And you know, we got Montel behind the camera, and it's really, I really see it becoming something that can spark something big in the city, man. We really wanna do something big, man, and bring something different. You know what I mean? Bring something different. So we got new projects coming up. I'm working on my next project. Just dropped the single, so pushing that right now. But right now we just steady at it, man. Steady at it. So
yeah. So. Because improvement is everything, man, right? You got to make sure. So how do you improve? Like as a rapper, what do you do to make sure that you get better at your craft? Like
I think I do a lot of things, but one big thing is just having more conversations. I think that's where, you know, I get inspired, bro. Just having a conversation, like me and you talking right now. Right. I guarantee this gonna light a flame for me tonight, spark my pen, and then it's just gonna be like, yeah. So. More conversations, and learning more stuff about myself, learning more stuff about life itself. So, and I think that's just what's gonna drive me, man. Just to keep getting better with my craft and keep perfecting it, and studying the greats. You know what I mean? Studying the greats too. You gotta study from people that's doing it and people that's really in your lane and really doing it. So, just constant growth, man. Really.
Who's one of your people that you like to look up to, that study from?
Man, Kendrick, Cole, man, Nas. I really don't like to name because I always forget some people
Right.
all the time. I always say the same name sometimes, but it's really like those guys that tell stories, those guys that make people feel something with their words, and that you can take some away from after you listen to. I know when I first listened to Cole and I first listened to Kendrick, when I was like 9th grade, 10th grade, I felt something after listening to those dudes, like, and I'm like, that's what it's about, bro. When you listen to Nas, when you listen to Pac, when you listen to Biggie, when you listen to these guys, bro, you hear like their stories, and you hear it, and you can feel everything that they were going through, and that's what I wanted to do too, man. Like show people like what I'm going through, show people, even speak from other perspectives too, from other people that I'm around, things that I've been through and stuff like that. So.
And see, and that's, I always said that there's two forms of like content that can really like, that, I mean, there's a lot of forms of content, but two specific ones that I feel like really can inspire people on just a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. And it's filmmaking, like mm-hmm. storytelling, and then music, which is also storytelling. Yeah. You know, I think those two, and then that, when you put those two together, you know what I mean?
And you know, it's really, man, for real, bro. You know, it's like stories is how we learn. And like this was crazy to me, like, cause I could remember a song that came out in 2000. I can remember all the lyrics. Right. I can remember all the lyrics to Soulja Boy.
Oh, Soulja Boy. Like, oh man.
But why is that though? Or why can we remember all the lyrics to this song and not remember what the heck pie is? Exactly. You know what I mean? Or what this book, like, or not a book, or what like this.
That formula is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's storytelling, bro. And it's like, I feel like we learn best through stories, and we learn best through really allegories and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we learn as people, as humans. I think that's the best way we learn.
I mean, even Jesus told stories.
The Bible's a story, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's how we learn.
That's so true. That's so true, man. And you know, so if it's one person that it was a guarantee that you can get in the studio with right now, record a song with one person.
Dang, one person, bro.
Who would it be?
One person?
One.
I'm going with Stevie Wonder.
I
think I'm going with Stevie Wonder.
I like that.
I
wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah. I think we can make some magic, bro.
Why Stevie?
So first of all, Stevie's amazing.
Oh yeah.
First of all, shout out Stevie Wonder, man. Mm-hmm. But I just think like if I got in the studio with Stevie Wonder, him on the piano, him singing, and then I bring some lyrics with that. Oh man, he's one of my favorite artists too. Like that I listen to. I love Stevie Wonder, bro. So it'll definitely be Stevie, cause man, what? That'd be fire, bro.
That would. I want it to happen now. Stevie, where you at?
Man, for real, Stevie, come on.
Come on, Stevie, man. You know what? I think it's gonna happen. I'm serious.
You know it's gonna happen.
I know it's gonna happen. I believe. I know it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
I know it.
Shout out Stevie Wonder, man.
And so, okay, man, who would have thought though? Like, no, who would have thought like 6 years ago, man, that we would be doing anything we're doing right now?
Exactly, bro. It's wild, bro.
It's pretty crazy.
It's wild, man. But if you think about it, bro, like, it makes sense though too. You know what I mean? How we grew up, man. Like, you know, me and you, we go way back to 4th grade. 4th grade, and just, you know, we grew up with great support, bro. And then, you know, even though we may have grew up in, you know, not the best, you know, spots, but we had a stable foundation, and the fact that we had basketball, that discipline, we worked hard. This is easy. You know what I mean? Right. This is what? All I do is put the work, put the time in. I ain't got what? Come on, let's do it. You know what I mean? So
and see, that's the thing, man. Like, I be trying to tell, people who have, it's about the journey, man. Like who you become on your journey as an athlete. Like, people, a lot of kids have dreams to make it professionally. And, my thing is go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it, man. Full-fledged go for it.
Yes.
And nothing's guaranteed. But nothing was guaranteed for Kobe. Nothing was guaranteed for LeBron. There's no guarantee for them either that they were going to make it. And sometimes you do fall short of your goal. But who you become on that journey. Like, neither one of us are NBA players. But who we became pursuing that is something special and something that you can't replace.
Yes, brother. Because, man, I was this close.
Right.
This close to playing professional. So it's like, but it's cool. Like, at first, you in that moment where you like down, but it's like, dang, look at all that I've done. Right. Like on this whole. Now I'm about to put my full-fledged energy into my passion, what I want to do. Right. Let's go. Let's do it. Right. We're about to get to it.
But not even just the person you become, but think about it. You're doing your thing right now with your music, right? And we're doing this. Think about this interview we're doing right now.
Right.
Right? We met because of basketball.
Right.
Who's behind the camera? Our guy Montel. We were teammates.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? You said, shout out to JB, teammates. Right. And so the people you meet, the networking, and that's another thing as well. Like friendships
you build, man,
that last forever. Mm-hmm. And so that's just crucial, man. So my thing is, 6 years ago, we were hooping. We still had hoop dreams. We trying to go to the league. I thought I was going.
Yeah, for sure. I thought I was going D1.
Bruh, I thought I was going.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going. You know what I mean? But 6 years ago, that was our mindset. So what would you tell yourself 6 years? 6 years ago, what would you tell him right now? What advice would you give?
I would say keep going. Keep working. I wouldn't tell him nothing, honestly. If I had to tell him one thing, I'd say keep it up. I'd tell him keep it up because, bro, everything that you're going through, everything that you're going to go through, it's gonna happen. It's supposed to happen. So it's like I wouldn't. I would just observe for real if I had it. But
just watch. Yeah.
Nah, for real. Like what was that? You know what I mean? But I just keep going, keep it up, bro. You good. You know what I mean? So
sometimes you can learn more from your past self than your past self can learn from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's powerful, bro. Yeah.
My last two questions, man. What is your definition of greatness?
Definition of greatness. I think greatness is whatever you make it. You know what I mean? Like, so greatness for me would be walking in my purpose every day and doing something that I love every day. Cause I can't equate greatness to something tangible, to something, you know what I mean? Something physical like money or, you know what I mean? I gotta equate it to something that's in me. So I equate greatness to walking in your purpose, doing it, and then once you do it, sharing it with the people around you and giving back to the people around you. So that's greatness to me. If I can do this and really and feel fulfilled and purposeful while doing it, and then be able to give it to the world and be able to give back to where I came from and the people that helped me get to where I am, that's greatness. I would feel great because I feel great right now. Right. So I'm great right now.
Right. And see, that's the thing. Greatness is something that, that it's like the pursuit of happiness. Remember that movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a constant chase, but you can be great while in the chase.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Who's to say you're not great right now?
Exactly.
I gotta be great until I get this. I'm not great until they say I'm this.
Right.
Nah. I'm great now. And every day I'm going to keep trying to be even greater. You know what I mean? So
I like that. All right, so last final question, man. This is like my favorite question to ask people. Is when it's all said and done, right? You done achieved all that you can. You've gotten awards for music. BTB is a global, international known thing. You've done all you can do. What do you want people to say? Khari Burton was.
I want to say that I was just someone that made someone else feel like that they can do something great. You know what I mean? That they can be the best version of themselves. Because basically that's that's what I got. I was, you know what I mean, growing up, I got instilled in that I can be the best. So when it's all said and done, I want people to, for me, getting that, for me, I want people to be like, I can be the best version of myself too. And not just in the sense of music, you know, anything. So I want to be able to relate and like say, Khari, he was relatable, and I feel like I got something from him, you know what I mean, that I can take with me, you know what I mean, so.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, bro.
Amazing. And you know the thing is, man, you're already doing that, man. You're already inspiring people. I'm inspired, and you never know who you do inspire. You know, there's definitely always people watching, you know, from afar a lot of times, and you never know what brain that you spark.
For sure.
You know, I think Tupac said it, and he said, I might not change the world, but I'm gonna spark the mind of the person who does.
Right.
So you just keep doing what you're doing. I know we're all definitely proud of you.
Appreciate you, bro.
And so if you're watching this, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're gonna keep doing amazing interviews like this. A lot of great things coming, from short films to all these different types of stuff. We got new apparel, new merch out, so go check that out on the website. All the links are going to be in the description, but man, another one. Another
My
great
brother,
interview,
man.
I
My brother.
appreciate you, man.
This is
great.
dope, man.
This is great, man. Khari Burton.
From a place where the pain gon' show, from the block, watch your rose gon' grow. Put the show on the road, people doubted, so I'm kicking down the door. Oh no, I never sell my soul, gotta stick to the code. To the top, I ain't never coming down. Through the hurt, man, I still keep a smile. I'ma be here for a while, want the people around the world to hear the sound. Greatness, I ain't never stopping now, I ain't never stopping now. From a place where the pain gon' show, from the block, watch your rose gon' grow. Put the show on